Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are well, healthy and fit and enjoying your holidays. This lecture is the last lecture of the chapter we studying the states of matter. In this lecture we will discuss sublimation and dissolving. Now let's start with sublimation. So what do you understand by sublimation? Let's take an example to understand the sublimation. If you keep a naphthalene balls exposed to air for some days, it is observed that their size gets reduced after some days. When you keep a naphthalene balls exposed to air for some days, it is observed that their size gets reduced after some days. Happens due to a phenomena called sublimation. Normally, solid transform into liquid on heating, but in sublimation, a solid gets directly transformed to a gas on heating or an exposure to air. Let's take another example to understand sublimation. In volcanoes, sulfur is released as a gas. As it cools down, it sublimes to form solid sulfur around the volcano's opening or vent. As sulfur is released as a gas by a volcanoes, and as it cools down, it sublimes to form solid sulfur around the volcano's opening or vent. So sublimation is the process when a substance change from a solid to a gas, like naphthalene balls directly change into gas, or from a gas to a solid, like sulfur gas directly change into solid sulfur without forming liquid. So sublimation is when a substance can change from a solid to a gas or from a gas to a solid without forming a liquid. This process called sublimation. As you can see here, solids directly change into gas and gas directly change into solid without forming a liquid. This process is called sublimation. Now let's talk about dissolving. What is dissolving? As in this picture, you see a salt is poured in a water, and after some time the salt is completely disappeared from water and it forms a solution. If you poured a salt in a water, after some time the salt is completely disappeared from water and it forms a solution, and this solution is called salt solution. When something dissolves in a liquid, it forms a solution. So what is dissolving? When something dissolves in a liquid, it forms a solution. In a salt solution, the salt is dissolved in a water, and after some time the salt is completely disappeared from water and it forms a salt solution. A solution has two components, solute and solvent. So what is solvent and what is solute? In this salt solution, salt is a solute and water is a solvent. A solute is the salt that dissolves in a liquid, and water is a solvent where dissolving takes place. This is all about dissolving. Now understand dissolving with the help of particle theory. Here the particle theory. explain how things dissolve in the following way. As we know that there are small gaps between the particles in a liquid. When a substance dissolves in a liquid, then its particle spread out and fills the gaps between the particles of a liquid. As you can see that in this figure, a black particle shows a solute and a yellow one shows a solvent. As you can see that in the solvent there is a gaps between the particles. When this solute dissolve in a solvent, then the solute is spread out and fills the gaps between the particles of a liquid and forms solution. As here you can see that a red is a solute and blue is a solvent. First the solute is settled down in the bottom, and after the solute particles spread out and fill the gaps between the particles of a liquid and it forms solution. Let's Here is another example. Here is a copper dissolving in a water. After stirring, the copper is completely dissolved in a water and form a clear blue solution. A copper is a solute and water is a solvent. A copper fills, first they spread out and fills the gaps between the particles of a liquid and forms a clear blue solution. A copper sulfate clear blue solution. This is how dissolving takes place. I hope you all are understood today's topic. On the basis of today's topic, I will give you a one worksheet and you have to complete that worksheet in your previous year science notebook or in a separate science notebook. Thank you.